Little update, guys. I came out here for about, I think it was 5 hours. So I was able to get these kick panels cut off. Still kind of early. I'm not going to get into too much yet. Just show you the way these kick panels come off. I can keep from cutting my fingers off. Still pretty sharp. Can't really do nothing with leather gloves like I was using. Yeah. So this was the driver's side kick panel. Dude, I'm telling you, these babies were on there. Pretty tough. See all the spot welds around here, around the top. Then we cut some of this just, to get in here to this lower rocker. It was coming out to the outside of it. So we got a big hole blowed up in it. Don't matter. This is our donor. We may use some of those pieces, may not. Probably going to be using those. I'll probably trim that down to where it'll fit inside that dash. And be able to grab something with that dash bar right there. Our dash bar. Now, I've almost got this thing stripped out. I got up early here to give you a little update before they get down here tearing it up. They're really getting it in. I mean, they're clearing that out pretty good. Carl got a bunch of logs the other day. He's cut up. Boy, I tell you that. He's getting better at it. Yeah, he'll tell you it's just a hobby. But that wood's starting to look a lot better. Now, this is all I do for a hobby, I really don't want to be doing this at all. I'm just going to be 100% honest. I mean, you should be able to fix a truck and there should be no problems, I've got a lot tied up in it. And if I can take two and make something happen, I didn't lose too bad. This is a lot of work, okay? That took 5 hours to get that side and to get that side cut out. And I still got to pull the door panels on this bad boy. Pull these door panels. Once we get all 4 door panels, get the wiring harnesses out. Now I was able to tuck them inside the door. And then we take our pieces and cut them out. And I'm hoping, with some real luck, that we can get this thing back together. Now, we might get lucky enough to get it back together. Man, it's a lot. I asked that old boy about those, about the adapter. It didn't get salty or nothing. It hasn't been 6 weeks. So, takes time. I'm in no hurry. I still got to pull this transmission off this thing. And we got to strip door panels. Once we strip door panels and get all the wiring harnesses, and then we get our donor patch panels, we can drag this thing out of the way. I'm gonna clear all this stuff out. But to get the truck down here, I'm not taking nothing off of it. I had to fix the lawnmower. Man, it's been hot. It's been raining. Helped Carl a little bit out here. I had to cut this grass. It was knee high. Especially up around here. Now, we're not going to get down here and fool around. Because, they're still trying to get it in. Carl cut one of them guys some wood right here. Let's check it out. He slabbed him up some whatever. I don't know if he was in a hurry or what it was, but he cut him up a little bit of wood. Looked pretty decent. Now that stuff he's been pulling off that mill here the last few days, boy, I tell you, it's pretty nice. I guess it's poplar with that green heart on it. I don't know. But, there's still some wood, just getting that lower stuff, man. Don't want to be fooling around with nothing. Don't want to get hurt. You know what I mean? There's plenty of logs, plenty of stuff. But he said he'd come down here and give me 2 or 3 days, even clean up the road and whatever else. Not really worried about what Carl's got going on. He's a grown man. But we're still trying to get some updates on this. I'm just kind of explaining what's going on with the rain and the weather and the heat. And I was able to get those out last night. It just took about 5 hours. It actually took a little bit longer than that, but actually 5 hours of kind of whittling it out to where, You could put that panel on one side, panel on the other side, and bolt the dash to it if you was to get it welded in. So to say. And we're going to test fit that steering column. Like I say, sometimes they'll be like this, like it's at a rake like this. You might have to lay it back like on a body drop. I body dropped a few trucks. You have to notch that welded in bracket and just lay that steering column down. Instead of it being like up here, it was a tilt column. It's kind of down here like a car. So no big deal, more comfy to me, but we just like a little more stuff, and this thing is gutted. So I wanted to come out here and get a little update where everybody pulls in here. They'll be pulling in here any minute. I was able to use that plasma cutter on the way. Next will be door panels, wiring harness, and then I'm gonna have to flip the electrode, and I'm hoping that one more, that it was starting to get pretty bad on that side. It didn't want to cut very good, but I had to hook up with the lights on. The plasma cutter, it'll work, but the welder won't. It kicks the breaker and it just won't do it. So we just gotta keep getting by. I took a little nap, wanted to get you an update. Been at it pretty hard, been going pretty hard, trying to get cleaned up, and you know, as they hit the ground, try to drag them out of there. I helped them out. I told him I got to get on this. You know, I guess the guy's saying it hasn't been 6 weeks, no updates, whatever it is, no big deal. We're just gonna keep pushing. But that's what it took to get all that loose. Now you can see I just kind of cut some of it, and then I took the spot welds out around where they were at. Mainly we're looking to keep these bracket on both sides of that dash where it bolts right up. And then I'm hoping I can get that heater box in. I've been reading up a lot too. You know, I'm trying to read up and seeing how compatible the wiring harnesses are. Probably gonna have to get a Haynes manual or something to really get a better understanding of all that. And we still got plenty to do. We got to pull that transmission off, and then once we get the car though, we can pull the transmission apart. That way when we get our adapter plate, we can check the flex plate, and then as soon as I know it's coming, I can get that motor out pretty quickly. And like I say, we still got to clean up. We got to move all this, make sure we got room for the Jeep just in case, and we'll pull this bad boy out of here. It's just about gutted. We're on the home stretch, so still got a few things to do. No screenshots, nothing to share as far as that goes. He said end of July, pretty close. So he said they're making the parts, so I'm not going to complain. We're just going to benefit of the doubt, trust the process. It is what it is. I get more information, I'll share information. I do this for fun. It's a hobby. We're just having fun. Honestly, shouldn't have to do it. Should be able to fix whatever's wrong with the thing. But, you know, software parts are expensive. I know, I've been through that before. But, you know, they kind of gave up on the little 2.8 motor. If I had me a little 4.3 four-wheel drive S10 or something to cut up, you know, I'd probably make a real swap. You know, just a TBI throttle body. They had pretty good, they had a pretty good little results with those. With the, even with like a Camaro motor, you could bolt those right up to those transmissions and start shifting gears. But anywho, one in one hand, see which one fills up faster. Alright guys, that's our update. Enough yapping. We're still plugging along. I'm still trying.